Well, we already know what we're doing, though.
We do.
Yeah, just I'm Sam and I'm Kaya.
And then you do your thing. Because if we try to do it at the same time,
will you
I don't
look it
trust
up really quick? Did we say welcome to verbal vomit or did we say this is verbal vomit?
I love it that we're still back on this. It's like, which one? What did we do?
Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm Kaya.
And welcome to verbal vomit. Yeah.
Tiger face, lemon face. Hi, I'm Kaya.
And I'm Sam.
And welcome to verbal vomit. There we go. Okay. Categories! I want to start with old drivers. And this is a sensitive subject. I know it is. But if you have to slow down to 15 miles per hour or to do an on-ramp, or you have to slow down to 5 miles per hour to turn, your reflexes are not where they should be to be behind the wheel of a car. And it's not just like I'm discriminating against old people, because my grandmother is 92 years old and she drives just fine. She understands everything. When the light's yellow, she goes. She doesn't have time to be like, oh, Cecil, is that the store? I think it's the Walgreens. Turn left. They look confused. It's like South Park with the, what was it, Grey Dawn or whatever it is, where they're like, this doesn't look like a pharmacy. And they're like,
who?
South Park. South Park had an entire episode about old people.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And
okay,
driving,
yeah.
and it was called like Grey Dawn or something, and literally they did it perfectly, because like all of a sudden the old people crash through the house, and they're like, this isn't the pharmacy, and he's like, run, Stan, run!
Yeah, did you say yellow light? She goes through yellow light?
Yeah, she you know how like younger people will just be like, oh, yellow, speed up, and most old people be like, oh, I need to prepare to stop. My grandmother is 92, and she's just like, no, I lived through World War II. She just goes through the yellow light. She's got a really nice Buick. Like, she's always had Buicks and Cadillacs, and like, she drives over potholes at like 25, because you don't feel them in a Cadillac. You don't.
No, yeah.
And my grandma's awesome. She was in a book.
My grandma, before she passed, God rest her soul.
Grandma's awesome.
She was, in her later years, she was a horrible driver. And in her earlier years, she was a horrible driver. When we were at her condo packing up all of her stuff after she passed, my aunt and my mom were telling me about how she had wrecked her car like multiple times, and like she had also flipped it one time on the highway. Oh, no. And like she wouldn't tell the kids to wear the seat belts and stuff, and like she was just like she survived, but she apparently crashed her cars multiple times.
So your grandma tried to make it survival of the fittest.
I don't know.
I don't like that either. Those are the older people that like back out and don't look. Which isn't just old people, but I've noticed that old people like assume like I'm older, you should still like stop for me. And it's like, well, if I knew you were old, but I didn't realize that you were older until I almost hit you because you weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
Old people and teenagers, man. Old people and teenagers. My first car was a grandma car. My first car was a total grandma car. I loved that car. She was Sheba, the big one. Like, she was pretty much a couch. Like,
Taurus?
It wasn't a Taurus, okay? It was an Intrepid. It was a Dodge Intrepid, which is better because Ford Tauruses suck. And I love Ford, but Ford Tauruses suck. Their SUVs are amazing.
I have no opinion on cars.
I know. I only pretend to. I don't know where a radiator is.
I don't either. I don't even know how to change oil. I know how to, I know how to change oil. I just don't want to do it.
I know how to give it oil, but like, I figured out that you have to brush everything off, because remember I had that one car that seized, because I asked for help from everybody. Like, it was all black, so I couldn't tell what I was supposed to unscrew. I was like, I don't know where the oil goes. Like, it was that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was that red car that I hated, Kelly.
Oh, you didn't have her long, and that was when we were drinking all the time.
Yeah, because I hated that car. I hated that, yeah.
My first car was the Suzuki Esteem, and I thought,
Suzuki?
Because it was Suzuki, that it was like road terrain able, and I took it mudding one time, and I cranked the axle, because I'm an idiot.
Cranked the axle?
That was like a $800 fix.
When I hit the black
on a car that I had already only paid $800 for, and then later ended up paying like $1,600 for to get something else fixed, and then like another $400 down the road to get something else fixed.
That just counts as total, do you know that, right?
It was a POS car. It was my first car. Well, no, actually my first car was the little Toyota Camry that I had, that I got into a wreck with a semi, and that was my first accident, and I T-boned a semi who was turning out of a left lane into a right turning parking lot.
You just straight up took that, so you were like, fuck you, semi.
Well, I had no other choice but to just like pull on my e-brake and like, and then I hit him and I was like, and I don't fucking like semis.
I had my very first like car accident was on my first day of college. It sucked. That was not fun, and Bad Medicine was playing.
My first day of college, a bird pooped on me.
No, you win. You win. Because, like, an accident is horrible, but that's humiliation on top of it. That's just like, now what do you do?
That was a clear sign.
Like, I knew it on day one when the bird shit on me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to give him a little more what you want, what you need, what you like.
A lot of things.
A lot of things. Things. Everything.
Let's talk about Snapchat.
Snapchat. Oh,
so,
Lord,
a lot of us have a Snapchat, and a lot of us might have two Snapchats.
I was unaware of that. I was unaware that
one where you are a little bit more risque on, and the other one is where you do your normal life. You know, hey, this is my Frappuccino day, and then the other one is, hey, look at my pee-pee. It
never occurred to me to put nudes on a My Story, I think is what it is. So that's why I don't have to, because to me it's like you send that to an individual.
Well, and that's what I'm talking about. And yes, we're talking about dicks again. That's for real. No, it's in the straight community too, but I think it's more prevalent in the gay community. There are people that literally create, I have my own kind of playful, naughty Snapchat, I guess you could say.
Adult.
Then I have my other one that's just my normal one. I really don't even log into that one much. But they seem to be constant, like, snap me and it'll be a picture of their penis.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I don't know what time you snapped this. Oh, but for them, it doesn't matter because they're, oh, hey, hi, you ready? You want to snap back? Do you want to snap back with me? How old are you? You're really hot. And I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, that's...
are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Like, this is coming on a little strong.
The last one, straight up, like, he was, like, I've never had one be in the middle. Normally it's like, hi, my name's so-and-so, here's my penis. But this one, like, was just talking to me, and he seemed so normal. That was the thing, like, he was just like, so what do you do? Like, complete normal conversation. There was nothing sexual. And then, like, the day after, because he was, like, doing it through text, but I didn't want to give him my number. Because it's a good alternative when you're like, I don't know you well enough to give you my number. No, like, all of a sudden I got a snap, and I look, and it's just him naked with his penis. And I was like, where did it come from? Because I'm like trying to think of where in the conversation, because we'd actually had a long conversation. It's one thing where it's like, hi, I'm Jeff. It's another thing when it's like, hi, I'm so-and-so, and you just have a like normal, civilized conversation, and then, oh, by the way, here's my penis. And it's like, okay, I was so worried. I didn't know if you would have one. I mean, I died.
I know, well, and then there's this other side of it where there are people that, I'm gonna call it out. I won't call his name out, but I'll call it out. He was, being all like, yeah, look at my chest, and ooh, look at my thighs, and look at my penis. And then it would follow by no screenshots, no one under 18. And then it was followed by, I'm really a nice guy if you get to know me. And I'm just like, you kind of sound a little insane. You're fucking cute, but you sound a little insane. And no. That's... Because then it's also followed by his own screenshots of people's profiles that he's blocked, that he's sharing with other people.
Okay.
Blocked for screenshotting.
If you're
And I'm like, dude, if you are clearly sharing your shit on Snapchat, and Snapchat allows the ability to take screenshots,
exactly, and you
don't tell me that other people are not following the rules. Because the real rules of Snapchat are that you don't post shit like that in the first place.
Exactly, that you don't,
So don't call me out for trying to give you some kind of advice on, you might want to create a second Snapchat, because I see you're trying to be all Mr. Here's my normal day.
Then
at night you're all like, here's my body. Go take screenshots though.
Well, that's the thing, it's like when you put anything out on the internet, when you do that.
And then he said, like, well, if I wanted my stuff to be public, I'd post it on Tumblr. So what did I do? I took his stuff and I posted on Tumblr.
Oh, it does seem hypocritical. I'm sorry, it does seem hypocritical to me.
It's just stupid. Like, if you're gonna send that stuff out and then get mad at Snapchat's allowance that people can take screenshots, bitch, there are other ways I could do that. I can grab my camera and I can take pictures of that stuff. My other camera. And yes, he did say, well, it's stupid that people save my chats just so they can jack off to them later. Bitch, don't think you're that important for one.
If you're sending pictures to where you're like, you're clearly wanting some sort of attention. I'm not trying to do the whole like, I mean, it's not what he's wearing. It's the fact, if you're naked and you're sending it to people that you've never even seen face to face, clearly it's not a normal conversation. Like, you should think about it. If you're afraid of those sorts of things being put out on the internet, don't send them.
Exactly.
I've never found in the straight community guys being like, don't screen cap this. I've never thought to.
It's not to say that they're all like that.
No,
there's plenty of ones that are all like, yeah, send me a picture of your hole, send me a picture of your dick, send me a picture. They're just all like, and then I'll like message them. I can tell like if they've added me all of a sudden and their first message is, hi, hey.
Yeah.
How old are you? What is their response? It's always under 22.
Yeah.
Always. And I'm like, no, children. Sorry.
There's etiquette. There's etiquette to this stuff. Well, what I don't understand.
And I don't always send naughty Snapchats. It's just, that's where, you know, like if I'm hitting the bong, I'm gonna send that. Or, you know, maybe I'm home alone and I wanna get off a different way, you know. But it's not like I literally, that's the point of that Snapchat. If I ever so chose to. It would go there. Instead of having to try and make sure I send it to the right people and not the wrong, you know.
What I don't get is when guys send like a naked pic. One, they always, like I said in the last episode, they always, what do you think? And then the second thing is, you want to send one back? Like, I sent you one, you should send that. I didn't ask!
Send them a dick pic back.
Oh, that never even occurred to me!
You should totally send them a dick pic back.
The evil doors that have been opened for me right now, that didn't even occur to me. And I've got some pictures. Oh, I got some pictures. That's, thank you. Yes, that is, you're a genius.
Because I
didn't ask for a dick pic.
You want to play? I can play. I am the master of all those games.
Call me crazy, I'll show you crazy. We are crashing. We are crashing. No. Okay, well, I had a weird dream. Because I had a weird dream. And I think it's just the women. Tweak out! Has a little too much weed and you forget where you are?
Yep.
What's going on? I almost fall off my damn chair. So all the women in my family have weird dreams. Like I don't care what you say, we dream in color.
I dream.
They say black and white, no, because there's been like specific things in my dreams where it's like red, green, and blue. Like my mother and I have like Jason Bourne dream. Like it's because it's high anxiety. People have dreams where they're trying to fix things.
Yeah.
And the higher the anxiety, the more tense the dream is. And literally I have had dreams where I'm like, shit, I have to go get everyone I love and like get them out of here because there's a bomb in the bottom of the building and like I had to shoot people and stuff and like all I have dreams where I'm fighting. My mother has the exact same kind of dreams and the last one, it was literally like, because I can't watch The Walking Dead. It's a great show, it's very well put together, but I can't watch it because then I have dreams and I'm like trying to get the people I love. This time it was like apocalypse stuff and like I didn't see zombies. You know, like in a dream where you just know. And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like trying to be quiet and stuff and like I have a gun and like trying to like make a silencer. These are the dreams that I have. These are the dreams I have. I don't have nice dreams where I'm like, oh, hello Channing. How are you, darling? You know, or like, Mr. Hiddleston. No!
My dreams are a mix of things. My most recent dream, all I remember from it was there was parts of being in the school hallways.
Like your high school?
Like, not my high school, a school's hallway.
Okay.
And it being connected to like a hotel or something, and all I remember is like running to the hotel and getting in there and there being a room full of suitcases. And then all of a sudden some guy came in, like looked like Vince McMahon, like V-neck and like all buff, and was all like, here's your suitcases. And then all of a sudden a bunch of shirtless men, I mean like in Speedos or, well, actually I don't really know if they were naked or
you just knew that they were just men, down. Yeah.
And they were muscular men that were just like popping out of these suitcases like Mary Poppins style, and it was just like, and that's all I remember.
What a lovely dream!
That's all I remember. I think one of them was wearing a Chippensdale's little collar thing.
Just little bow
I know
ties.
One of them had dreadlocks.
Oh, so you had like all ethnicities. You were
I know,
just
it was like all beautifulness. I was just like, this is really interesting. Because I also remember it wasn't arousing. It was just really kind of random. And it was just like beautiful men. And then I remember waking up and being like, I don't understand.
I would much rather have
but I don't know if I care to.
Than it's the apocalypse. I gotta get my family.
Yeah, it's just weird and random.
Rather have that.
No, I remember two specific dreams. One was like this vampire apocalypse It was like I was the last human alive, and there were like total Sin City scenes where it was like all red casted shadow on everything.
That's kind of cool.
And there was like running through corridors and like super
so you like
darkness.
a backstory to
well, and yeah, because there was a literal like literally was the vampires were trying to save me as the last human because they realized that without humans they would no longer survive.
Yeah, no food supply.
So
like
they were all in this thing to save me, and I remember one specific scene. We were like crouched down and we were hiding, and I look over and there's fucking Samuel Jackson there, and he like says something insightful and like in tune, and then he was gone, and I remember we ran across the street into some other corridor. Just total weird.
I remember
the first nightmare I remember.
It had to do with tarantulas, which I can't imagine why. It's not like my mother made me watch Arachnophobia or anything. And I still, to this day, almost fell off my chair again. To this day, I still remember, like, I put it must have been my own hand, and it must have been like this, and I put my little hand under the pillow, and I thought I felt a tarantula, and I remember running and screaming into my mom's, I remember making my dad, like, pick the pillow up. I'm like, no, it's under this, and he's, like, trying to tell me, he's like, there's not a tarantula, we live in the Northwest. There's no tarantula under your pillow. It's there. Like, I was convinced it was there. Yeah. Oh, I have something, and I know it's not on the list, but I want to talk about it. Getting read by parents when you don't ask their opinion.
Oh, I get that all the time.
No one will read you like a parent. Like, my mother was like, oh, it was great. Your first episode was great. You play with your hair a lot, though. You could tell you were nervous. I'm like, no shit, Mom. Shame. Like, thank you, though. Thank you for just making sure that I knew. Like, oh, that's good. What I would change was, I didn't ask. I don't know why they just moms can just do that. They're like, but those shoes didn't go. Woman, you asked me to apply your makeup. She couldn't see the shoes, but she knows they're fabulous no matter what they are. Yeah, I love my shoes. You'll see me in a case of a fire just carrying my stilettos and my Wonder Bra and my laptop just, I'm ready! Yeah, that's what I would be doing. I would be running out. Stripes. Stripes.
Animal prints.
Exactly. Colors. Words. Do you want to talk about technology? Because I know
we need to talk about some technology.
I know what the big technology for me is. Like the one where I'm just like, screw hoverboards. Hoverboards are awesome. But I have a little device that is a little computer. I've seen pictures when they took up rooms. I wasn't alive then, but I have, yeah, our phones. Like I have a little computer in my hand, which literally I can go to the all-powerful Google and be like, Google, when was this war fought? And it will tell me. I literally have access to all of this knowledge, which is good and bad, you know, because it's kind of like some people don't retain as much. I try to. The miracle of my phone, of just the text message instantaneous. Like I remember VHS tapes. I'm sorry. I remember VHS tapes. I remember recording songs off of the radio onto cassette tapes. So I would say that's my favorite technology so far.
Well, it's just really interesting because we've been living in this era of like almost every day we wake up and there's something new. There's some kind of new invention, some new discovery, some new cure, whatever. And if you think about like 20, 30 years ago, touching down on Mars, touchable devices, people worldwide would have been like amazed by this. It would have been a phenomenon. It would have been, and nowadays we're not so amazed by so many things that we really should be amazed by.
Oh yeah.
Like, we had internet, and that was a huge worldwide phenomenon.
That was huge.
When we hit the moon, that was a worldwide phenomenon. When what was the one disease we eradicated?
We pretty much eradicated like smallpox and stuff like that.
Right, yeah, I think we've eradicated smallpox. If we haven't, then whatever.
I mean, in our country, I know that polio, they no longer vaccinate for in this country, but I think it was like after 97 or something, they just haven't needed to vaccinate for that here.
Yeah.
So I mean, we still have disease, but cancer is the big one here. We have a cancer problem, and not just Trump.
What's the next big thing that's actually going to really impact the nation?
But we're like the last generation that will ever know the satisfaction of slamming a phone down. Clank! Like,
I know that
straight up, yeah, of just slamming a phone down. They will never know that.
Kids nowadays will also never know the later satisfaction of your phone shut.
Oh yes, click. Yep.
Yeah, I love that. Yep.
It's the little things.
It's the little things.
The little things. Like I said, I saw Terminator. I don't like AI. The idea of artificial intelligence tracks me out. I'm just like, no. I saw Terminator at too young of an age. Like, did nobody see the movie?
I mean,
like,
every time I see videos of like robots, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, no, and then I read the description of like, oh, how it did all that on its own.
Yeah, and it can like crush things.
How?
And
why? Do we not have enough movies?
That's what I'm saying. Have we not had enough people? Like, we have so many things invented out of sci-fi things. Like, cell phones were originally because they saw tricorders and they were like, how are they going to do that?
Hello, Star Trek was like the inquisitor of, hey, let's take that visual idea and make it real.
Yeah, no, like our cell phones are tricorders. That's where they like got that idea for it. So it's not so much, it's not such a far like stretch for me to believe that maybe the shit that we've thought might happen with AI will happen since we have cell phones. I'm just saying, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't.
It's just. I'm all for like the whole automail. Full Metal Alchemist fans, automail, like the nowadays, like veterans that have a arm gone,
medical,
and they have like the mechanical arms, the advancements on that, I'm all.
Oh, medical advancements!
I'm so happy. Man with Robin Williams,
and they have a thing that can go.
I'm all for like that.
Yeah, no, they have a thing that goes around your heart now that literally is like this sack, and it will keep it beating. It's like better than a pacemaker now. Like they've got, and that's amazing. I'm so happy because the quality of life is going up. But at the same time, we are really overpopulated. So I'm just kind of like, it's a double-edged sword to me, but I'm a little cynical, so.
But that's kind of what this whole show's about, is
being
being worried about how fucking cynical you are or how irritated people get when you say things that shouldn't be said but need to be said because people are just too pussy to say stuff nowadays.
So those are the categories for this particular time. But once again, if you have questions or you want subjects for us to talk about and just give our opinion or just listen to us bitch about something, leave a comment, leave a like because it helps us little YouTubers out quite a bit. And yeah, like I said, if it's gonna be insults, at least make them creative.
Exactly.
Don't be simple, don't be basic, okay? I've heard them all before.
Be sure to scroll down, give us that like, subscribe if you really like this stuff. Thank you guys for watching episode 2. And we'll see you next time.
You want to go get food?